So let's get stuck into it with writing great course learning outcomes. And we'll begin with a solid example. Here's one. Validate engineering designs to ensure that they meet specified requirements. We can break it down into three essential elements. Firstly, the verb, validate. This is the student action. This must be observable and measurable for mastery to be accessible. In this case, I'd expect an authentic assessment to match. Secondly, engineering designs. This is simply the subject matter to be studied. And finally, the context, to ensure they meet specified requirements. This limits the scope of the content to be studied. So there we have it. There's a CLO. Now that we have a target in mind for our CLOs, let's explore the rationale behind designing CLOs. It can seem everyone wants a say in your course. So stop and think about it. At the top of the tree, there's the RMIT Graduate Capabilities. Engineers Australia has competency standards, and TEXA have their AQFs. Also, the school has their own program learning outcomes. So, you're at the end of the line, but you have your own learning outcomes for your own assessments, rubrics, and learning activities. The critical question here is, how do you harmonize all these competing demands from your course? Well, here the concept of constructive alignment really helps. It's the process which makes each layer references the one above. It's quite simple, actually. Each layer references keywords from the above level until you hit the grad caps. So, does that mean a CLO has to cover a whole PLO? No. That's the job of the program manager. Their job is to ensure that the collection of courses cover the whole scope of the program learning outcomes. So while that makes all the others happy, what's really in it for you as the owner of the course? Well, a well-designed CLO actually gives you a powerful yardstick to rule in and, more importantly, rule out what goes into your course. If you constantly ask the question, is this learning activity or content or assessment essential for the students achieving the CLOs? If it doesn't, do less work and throw it out. So the big question becomes, what makes a good CLO? To answer that question, let's first talk about what CLOs are not. CLOs are not assessments. They're not lists of topics, nor are they tasks, and CLOs are not long, multifaceted statements. So, what are they? The answer is in the acronym itself. They are outcomes. A CLO set will describe the 4 to 6 most important capabilities students gain through your course. A helpful way of conceptualizing CLOs is to imagine yourself as an employer listening to an RMIT graduate who's been through your course and then now making a pitch for a job. So with the employer hat on, do you want an employee who can understand grid level solar and geothermal energy system engineering? Or would you rather an employee who can engineer grid level renewable energy systems? The difference is subtle, but it's there and it's quite meaningful. So the best way to conceptualize a CLO is to answer two key questions. Firstly, what is the ability the students gain through your course? And two, how do they apply it? With these questions answered, this actually provides you with a great mindset for creating great CLOs. Let's get started writing a CLO. What are the most important capabilities you want students to have? Then capture that as a statement. An example is useful. Imagine your students are on placement next term and they have no idea about how engineering project teams work. So, in preparation, you want your course to cover professional engineering teamwork, for example. So, let's ask some quick questions. What will they be doing? Engineering teamwork processes. 2, how will they be doing it? Applying them. 3, what's the scope during civil engineering projects? And there you have it. Pretty much a CLO that neatly falls into our CLO structure. Verb, content, context. So the final CLO is apply engineering teamwork processes in civil engineering projects. This is our foundation. The next step is to ensure that we're constructively aligning the CLOs with other standards like the AQF and the program learning outcomes, or as I like to say, to be buzzword compliant. First up is the Australian Qualifications Framework, AQF. It helps us pitch the learning expectations at the right level. The questions you need to ask are, is it an undergraduate, honours or postgraduate course? Is it at the schedule for the beginning, middle or end of the program? So as a rough guide, AQF 6 is typically a first-year undergrad student. AQF 7 is any year in an undergrad program. AQF 8 sits in either an honours year or a postgrad first year. And AQF 9 is a postgraduate course. So let's continue our example. Let's say our course is for AQF 8. AQF 8 refers to advanced theoretical and technical knowledge, communicating, and autonomy. So students are meant to develop an ability to analyze critically and solve complex problems. So to constructively align our CLOs with the AQF standard, we'll use the keywords communication and complex. So our CLO changes from apply engineering teamwork processes in civil engineering projects to apply engineering teamwork and communication strategies in complex civil engineering projects. With the AQF done, let's align with the PLOs. Question is, what are the PLOs that you have to hit? Your program manager will provide you with the mapping for your course. So let's extend our example with PLO 11. PLO 11 is collaborate and contribute as an effective team member or leader in diverse, multidisciplinary teams with commitment to First Nations peoples and or globally inclusive perspectives and participation in an engineering context. Phew. Collaborate and multidisciplinary are relevant for our particular CLO. So, our CLO changes from apply engineering teamwork and communication strategies in complex civil engineering projects to apply engineering and collaboration and communication strategies in complex multidisciplinary engineering projects. The good news is that the PLOs have already been aligned to the Engineers Australia Competencies. So further alignment work is not required. Some tips. You can use compound nouns to keep the CLOs in verb content context format. Otherwise, you risk writing two CLOs in one. And second tip, and I know the PLOs may use understand as a keyword, but CLOs don't. Understand is not directly observable, so avoid vague keywords like this. We've nearly got our final CLO. Let's polish it up, removing the redundant engineering reference to give us apply collaboration and communication strategies in advanced multidisciplinary engineering projects. So by using keywords from the PLO, we know that it is constructively aligned. So now we've got the PLOs, the industry standards, and the university's student capabilities all aligned. So writing CLOs takes time. Start simple, build it up, align it, reflect on it, and then polish it.